1, 2, 3 test. 1, 2, 3 test. One, two, three, test. 1, 2, 3, test. Okay, excellent. I can start now. Hello, dear people of Monkey Man's Jungle League. My name is Swert the Walrus, and as always, I'm here to greet you and welcome you to Monkey Man's Jungle League. The first nation I'm taking a look at is Japan, played by Serkis, who managed to beat up this gigantic Manchu. I don't know how it was even possible that this Manchu's actually losing a war to Japan, which in my eyes close to impossible, but I haven't seen the war. Considering the fact that Manchu is horribly behind the ideas, this may be the answer. Also, Circus is no fraud. Quantity, economic, quality ideas, 21 ideas, pretty no-brainer for this time frame. Yes, Shinto with 22% crown land. I don't really know how he's handling it. I've seen different approaches to this one. Overall, I'm still not sure what is the best one. I would assume that the one around 40% pre-age of absolutism is the correct take on the matter, but who knows. He currently is fielding a strong army of more than 26,000 troops. He's at 1,470 manpower, which is like okay-ish. Conquered some great provinces here and there. Mainland Japan is not that well deved yet. Like, it deved a bit, but not too much. Which is mostly due to the fact that it deved like good provinces. Let's check his advisors. He's at 343, looks pretty good. Having a garbage ruler at the current moment, but will probably pick up to tier 5 reform soon. Let's take a look at the build-up situation. Just build the good workshops as always, but you have been in a war. Here overall, like, the build-up is kind of bad, but it is what it is. Like, yes, no manufacturers and stuff. I would rate this nation as a 5.0, like a 6.0. Like, Shu was protected, so I'm not going to talk about it. So how did Khmer actually do? Khmer is doing 121 ducats, that's actually pretty good. It was one of the most impressive nations last session when I checked the nation, so I'm interested to see how it developed. It's looking kinda good on that front. Sukhothai Temple is pretty good. Built so many victories, overall rather good. A lot of workshops built. Like, the country is looking in a good position. So having a great manpower recovery. The development situation is similar to last session, improved a slight bit. Now he's running out of places for great provinces to develop. Currently having a lot of corruption to pay off, which will increase his income by quite a bit. Good ruler, okay-ish heir with a horrible mail stat. 3 for 3 advisors, doing a lot of mana. He's rival to Machapide, which is kind of super unlucky. I think a deal with them would be the best. The thing is, Machapide cannot even fight back. Like, this part is an easy catch for you. Right, Machapide cannot defend. If you take a look at the ideas, 21 ideas as well. Idea-wise, you're looking decent as well. Printing press is bitch. Majipide's bonded, so it's looking pretty okay. I would personally say your nation is not an 8 out of 10 yet, because it was incredibly hard to snowball. But I think it's still looking like a great Khmer. 61% crown land. I disagree with having that much crown land already, because it makes it harder to maintain perma-loyal merchant guild. I would give it a 6.5 out of 10. It seems like Bamanis came out ahead in this war. Like, who the hell died? Like, I don't even know. It's just like... He's like, Bamanis and Mavar now? Like, I don't really fucking get India. The India is so fucking random. This game. Not gonna lie. Like, the income is subpar, 7 loans. Mavar looks like he killed him, so I'm not going to talk about it. Mavar, blah, blah, Patriot, 131 income, great income, good expansion. Even though I don't understand this retarded snake, which in my eyes makes literally no sense at all. Like, why did you do that? Like, then you have Punjabi Empire here in the north. I don't really get that split. Probably you get Hamur's Basra. This needs to pay against corruption. Usual jazz. Like in standard on everything else. Like this nation is looking pretty much like 6.0 nation. Nothing much to say. 1,800 manpower recovery. Like, it sounds odd, but I don't really, considering I don't know which nations are actually played in this region because so many players wage quit for no reason. I cannot really judge it. Like, this is a Sikh Punjab.
Yeah.
What the duck? Why are you taking general estates here in this reform? Advisor wise is looking okay. Currently you're a bit over the limit here. Should fix that. Pretty standard here, standard here. Like this one is pretty POC, TBH, 15% ICA, all 100% slam non-stop and on cooldown. Also your expansion is pretty good, but you gotta check what's happening with Khmer. Khmer's already having troops that you bother. Will not be pretty interesting. Like, if I were you, I would try to kill Nepal and like make a vassal out of it and get all the free course on all of this, but because it can actually be easily turned around to you again as well, and it could be a POC march because the ideas are actually like other quantity echo, so not that great. Imagine quality echo march, there would have been pretty POC. This is also like an 6.5 nation. I think if you could form Persia, that would be pretty POC, but I don't think you will. Ethiopia, we're ruling a lot of land right now. I don't know why nothing happened to Butua. That's a bit odd in my eyes. 95 income, not really much changed, but mostly inflation's taking its toll on the troop payments now, as you're paying a hell of a lot for your troops. Development situation is alright. I guess these were all for institution spawns, but Doc knows who. Expansion here looks pretty good. Like currently you have no alliances, even though I hear rumors. You should also, like, you already converted with 4. How the hell did you even get 5 missionaries? Mecca, Jerusalem, Alexandria, and the Ark of Convent. Like, I still think Coptic is a bad religion, but it is certainly strong enough, as you got the 3 important buffs right now. Advisor wise, correct take could probably go a bit higher here, but due to your troop payments, it's a bit harsh right now. Bit behind the tech, but it's pretty much it is what it is. I think overall this is one of the stronger Ethiopias I have seen. 6 out of 10. But two, having a lot of cash, it seems like he didn't do anything this session. Like, I don't really know how he managed to get inflation that low, but good job. Overall, the two is looking kind of okay. So I like the Congo, which is now Pakwesi, or how do you even pronounce that? Good income. Like, pretty much all nations are 6 out of 10 nations at the current moment. Building. Like your nations that we have talked about already are usually rather rich, but like you still like a manufactory buildup, and this is something that could come back as problematic in some sometime, because you cannot build up as fast as others. Bakev is currently, of course, a bit critical to rate because he's converting, so I will give him the benefit of the doubt and will give him a 6 out of 10 rating, even though he needs to go higher on these two advisors. He's behind on dip, but overall he's looking rather good, so but I would really like to know why he wants to go with Theravada. I don't really think Theravada is that much better than other religions. But well, I guess he knows what he is doing. Overall, the build-up situation is probably the same. Like, I don't get why you're not building these manufactories straight out. Like, this is usually in my eyes just big misplay. Don't really get that. So Spain hasn't really done anything meaningful this entire game besides sitting around, developing and enjoying life, which you can see in the situation here, mostly deft. His lands already is like really strong. Don't really get why he's not using the turquoise and the golden arrow in France, because France is literally his last opponent left. Like, he already has the border forts, like he can just go in and try to annihilate them. If he would be the one, he could easily go in and attack here, go for Labourd, and then he has pretty much free real estate road until he gets like to Haute-Buteau, or like if you take a look at the forts, there's literally no fort. Like, you have these fort here, and you literally can make a scissor cut around here, take Carcassonne, and then you can just defend the south, occupy all the south, and once you take out Buteau, like, his entire country is just so easy to take down because he's next to no forts. Like, I don't really know why you're not doing it. Currently you have 255 force limit, you have 4.6 morale, 115% discipline, you can still take a useful advisor, you can still go so strong, but I don't know why you're not abusing the power spike. Like, I think that's just a big misplay in my eyes. I don't really know why you're doing that. No, it's really odd. Also gaining innovativeness here and there. Like, this country is certainly good, 6.5 out of 10, but I think it should use its power spike to beat down France next session. Monkeyman Mauling that I didn't take mill 12 because I didn't want to waste points. Spying on me, what the nerd. Imagine spying on Wales and Prussia, literally making nearly twice his income. SMH. I think it's capital in the Western Mediterranean islands, so France cannot take the capital. It's actually Galaxy Brain moment. Yeah, like he's overall in a small spot. Like what am I to say? Like it's a great mana management, great everything, but like the country is way too small. Like yes, is a bubble here, which is like the Lombardy state. Like once France is integrated, salad, so this is going to be a pretty interesting one in my eyes. This is like a 5-out nation. Better if you are not taking into account. If you're taking into account that this nation already got attacked by France. Spain did nothing at all. Croatia, 21 adheres. $455 consul. 136 force limit. Danke. It's looking like the country's looking alright. Don't get me wrong. But for some reason, I think it should be way bigger. Like, Gusty Gasts is like the most broken thing I can remember for this already free formation. Like, I think that because this is nerfed, and it's still like dump. Here these nations is like okay, it's like I would probably rate like 6 out of 10, like every fucking nation. At this point, like Muscovy Rage quitting is kicked up moment. I cannot even talk about that nation. Sweden also that. Hungary, horrible behind Diplo. I think the income is also pretty horrible. Had a buck with Byzantium. It was due to a lot of bankruptcies though. He's still in a strong spot though, which allows him to literally build up his country by quite a lot. Like he has next to no build up left done. Which will make his country really strong once he manages to snowball 1,313. I think he I think it's a 5 out of 10 nation due to the bankruptcies. Cannot really say much more. Like I don't even know what he's going to form. Like he's Orthodox. Like he's not going to form Rum, but what is he going to form? Like I don't think he's going to stay as Hungary because Hungary ideas are dog shit. The Commonwealth boasts an incredible army of 150,000 troops, great generals due to him picking offensive ideas. He will become really strong in the soonish future. 90 total income, which is also pretty good, but could be way higher. Like these ones, like the Golden Liberty one, is interesting because it gives you 25% more manpower, seats, land, every opportunity you get. Don't get why no one does this. Like overall, it's looking pretty alright. It could he gets more expansion here. Like East culture converting to Ruthenian, which is way too late. It would take like forever. and he forms Ruthenia, and he could, in this situation, also think about just forming Muscovy, Russia, which would be like the better tech, but it is what it is. Like, this is a 5.5 out of 10 nation. Austria 12-12-12, finally a good ruler. Again, was one of the lowest average ruler stats I've ever seen in EU4. Having his 2 vassals left, 81 income, doing 34 ducats in cash. His vassals are pretty strong. You can easily just seize land again and then do the overall jazz as always. Kind of low on manpower, ideas are a bit weak. Has not really pushed anything in the mission tree, which is kind of understandable. But then next time he should probably try to attack Croatia. Like, his nation is it's not using the agricultural revolution one. I think his nation is somewhat around the 5.10. Gerard on England, I assume, like nearly 300 income from what I have gotten. He has done a dumb thing though. Yeah, he has abused growth channel, which is a part of his economical snowball. He's nearly fully built from what I assume. He can still build so many manufactories. Like, why are you, like, you're having 5.5k ducats and you're not building them. This is just straight up dumb and a misplay. Like, you should be fully built at this point. Like, your country is rich enough. Like, who is going to oppose you? You're nearly fully built on regimental camps. Like, literally not expanding at the current moment is the thing. Like, who's going to stop you? You have expansion and it's finished, which is the correct take on the situation. As I always say, expansion is way better than exploration. Once you've done the exploration part, just ditch it. Now you will get quality next, and you have additionally the fire pip in the reforms, or in the policies. Let's take a look at the development situation. 3,000 manpower. Like, the country is looking good. Like, he's already left everything to 20. Using manpower edicts overall. Like no, I don't see anyone beating this country at the current moment. Seven alternation. Yeah, Prussia capping dip due to DC, also not gaining any weightedness. 12-12-12, which is kind of decent, I would say. You can still go higher on the weightedness, which is an interesting thing. He is already at 25. He's doing a lot of income, 110 ducats, which would also be higher if the player didn't disconnect. Built plenty of manufactories already. Is nearly fully built on workshops. Built a lot of temples. Is nearly fully halfly built on regimental camps. Has built some interesting barracks. Overall, this country is insanely rich. 190 force limit. Certainly one of the strongest Brandenburgs I have ever seen, and will probably ever see, considering construction cost is insanely broken. Currently he is lacking a bit of a future expansion, which will hinder him in the long term. Also only 1,328 manpower recovery, but well, it is what it is. But the country overall is in great shape. I would give it a 7 out of 10. And that's it for the podcast. See you next week, Nerds and Skaters.